I believe that's the best thing I can do right now. So let's go. So actually, I'm gonna present the Devastating Hammer Wire. This is like one of the most common builds in PvP. This is where is this? This build, okay. And also I'm gonna like review, but extremely briefly, the Enrager Smash at the end of the stream, I believe. Okay. So first thing, start with gearing. So basically you need one hammer. Hammer here you will always take plus 50%, while else above 50%. It's the best one. Here it depends. I like to go for the Earth plus 30 and armor plus instead of armor plus 5. I believe some people prefer armor plus 5 actually. It just depends. Well, in the sense that Earth plus 30 is better if you have like really low health when getting spy or something, or when getting damage, because it helps you survive for longer. But armor plus 5 is way more helpful when it comes to like take damage over a long period of time. So I believe both are okay. Can go for armor plus 5 here. So the first one you will take is a Thundering Hammer. So it's armor penetration plus 30% with a chance 30%. Or you can also go for an elemental damage armor. Why? Just because if you want to attack a warrior have extremely like high base armor against physical damage, and so a good way to avoid this is to use an elemental damage. So here I'm gonna go for the Thundering. Thundering is fine as well because it does armor penetration against huge armor. So here I'm gonna extend the weapon sets. Second one is the hammer you are gonna use in most of the situations. And it's gonna be the vampiric one. It's just because that it deals a lot of damage over time. Like you can just imagine that each auto is five more damage basically. And so yeah, after like I don't know 10 autos, you're already at 50, so that's pretty huge. Third set is gonna be a sword. I'm gonna explain why a sword after. Sword with energy plus 5, okay, and the Blood Adrenaline with a chance 10%. And then here you can take else armor, else I believe else is the best option here because it's not a set you are gonna use when getting spiked. This thing, and also a shield. The shield here is situational. So basically, what people like to do is to use a strength like a shield like this with plus 30 health, and here it's situational in the sense that I'm gonna like craft all the different shields, blunt damage. I'll put this in the inventory, cold damage, etc., etc. I won't do all of them, but you should. At least you need to do all of them if you want to be like to optimize your stuff. And basically, like at each beginning of the match, I'm gonna check. Oh, okay, what kind of damage do they have? Like I see, oh, that there are 2 hammer warrior. Then I'm gonna go for the blunt damage. This one, for example. Okay, and I keep him at the beginning of the game. And then the last set is gonna be a spear. Spear will be also not energy plus 5 here. It's gonna be damage plus 15%, energy minus 5. Actually, you don't care about the damage plus 15%. You only care about the energy minus 5, and I'm gonna explain why you care about this just after. And here you can go for LZ, LS plus 30, else armor plus 5, but again it depends in the way you are getting spikes. So if at the moment people are gonna hit you, you are under armor plus 5, then it's worse. But if you switch at the last moment, then else plus 30 is better. But overall, I prefer armor plus 5. And again, you're gonna take a shield on this set. So basically, here I've written this here. So switch elemental damage or Thundering Hammer for the first set. Second one is gonna be a vampiric hammer. Third one is gonna be a sword set or a Thundering Elemental Hammer. Sword set is, I mean, I believe it's important, but it's also already like quite advanced mechanic. So you don't especially need it if you start learning warrior basically. And last one is gonna be the shield set with a spear basically. You have plus 5 energy on sword, minus 5 energy on Spear, and both are Furious, meaning that they give you double Adrenaline with a chance 10%. Okay, and here I've written health better when low life and armor better when full life. So that's it. And now let's go to Candy tutoring previous on how to buy. Yeah, I do this. Like it's gonna be great. Okay, and now let's go for the gear. So basically, with the Devastating Hammer build, I'm gonna talk about here, the best option is to go with 14 in Strength and 13 in Axe Mastery. Actually, like at first you would say, oh, okay, I would prefer to have like higher Hammer Mastery because it's an hammer build and less Strength, but actually when you check the damage and what the like, actual hammer skills do, they don't add damage basically, just a bit on Crushing Blow. But most of the damage comes from strength skills. Like here you are gonna go up to plus 36 to plus 38, between the difference between having 13 or 14 in strength. And here I believe it's you can go up to plus 28 with 14 in strength. Also, each point in strength gives you 1% armor penetration, and Hammer Mastery doesn't do anything except like upgrading your skills basically. So it's better to go for strength. Also, in terms of insignias, you will need one Stonefist insignias, and this insignia is gonna allow you to knock down foes for 1 second more than the normal time, let's say. So that's extremely huge. If you don't have this insignia, then you can do anything basically. And also, it's better to have it on the hand, as on the head, the hands, or the feet, if I remember correctly. And then, so here I'm gonna take +1 in strength. Here on the chest, there is this nice thing, armor +20 requires 13 in strength versus elemental damage. So the base armor of the warrior is actually 80, plus 20 against physical damage, and here with this insignia I have +20 also against elemental damage. So it means that I have 100 armor against any kind of damage basically. So that's extremely huge. And here I can go for this rune, so this rune of Super Vigor is health +50. It's extremely important, +50 health is a lot. They don't stack, so you can only take one by the way. Here we go. Here I'm gonna take, again, the armor +20 requires 13 in strength, because I will have 14, so it's fine, I have the requirement. And I will take the hammer mastery. And here it depends. Else I go for health +10. Else I go for reduce breathing duration on you by 20% and cripple duration on you by 20%. I thought I removed the alert, but thank you a lot for the host. Fuck. Okay, so I was talking about this. I'm sorry. So in GVG actually, I think I would go for health +10, because if a cripple lasts for the whole duration, it means that your monk don't do their work well, and that you are gonna lose anyway. So basically, in GVG I would go for health +10 here, and also health +10 here. And in array, since like your monk doesn't always have the time to remove and stuff, and then I will go for this rune on the first one, so it reduce bleeding and crippled by 20%, and this one I would go for the blind and weakness duration, because in array it's common to have blinds that last for the whole duration basically. So I would go for this definitely. Also, I believe that's everything I wanted to say about the gear. Let's have a look. Oh yeah. Also, the reason why it's better to have the Stonefist on the head, feet, or I said I written head twice. It's not head. I believe it's hands. I wanted to write whatever. It's just because that the actual the calculation of the damage in Guild Wars. When you get hit by something, you have like one chance over 8 to get hit in the feet, one chance over 8 to get hit in the hands, head, and blah blah blah, and three chance over 8 to get hit in the chest actually. So most of the time you are gonna get hit in the chest or in the legs, and then sometimes in the feet, hands, and head. So actually, if you put the Stone Fist on the chest, it means that on this part of your body, you don't have the +10 armor against elemental damage because your insignia is actually Stone Fist. So it's better to have it on the feet, hands, or head. I believe that's yeah, that closed at least this topic. So let's go for the next one.